So how good is it back to be at Hindmarsh, back here at home?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I truly believe that Hindmarsh is the best football stadium in the country, and the players are really looking forward to getting out and playing in front of our fans again.
Just how much of a difference can it make to the team to be back in their home stadium in front of their home fans?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference, especially here at Hindmarsh, because our fans are very close to the pitch. So the atmosphere that they bring, it really spurs the boys on, and especially games that are quite close, it really provides that little bit extra edge for us.
And how exciting is it that there could be a large crowd here?
Yeah, very excited. As you said, I think all the games we've played, finishing off last season and, even last week, the crowd was a fair way away from the pitch. So, yeah, we're really looking forward to getting out and putting on a good show for our fans.
What's your message to the fans who should be wearing masks when they come along?
Yeah, look, it's so we can get 75% capacity at the stadium. The fans have to wear their masks just from into the stadium. Once they get to their seat, they can take their masks off. So it's only when they're moving about in the stadium that they need to wear masks. So I don't think that's too much of an inconvenience to come and watch a good game of football.
So encouraging everyone to do the right thing?
Yeah, and I think we'll be providing masks at the gates for people that don't have one, so when they come in they can just wear a mask, and when they get to their seat they can remove the mask and shout and support the team.
All right, now getting into the actual football. Boys looked pretty happy out there today. How's the mood been this week?
Yeah, it's excellent. We've pretty much got a full squad now, so everyone is excited. And as you said, first game at home, everyone's really looking forward to it. And you could see that in the training today. It's been like that all week. Players are really keen to get out and play in front of our home fans.
Any changes to the squad?
The same squad as last week. There's no changes, so we go in with the same squad as last week.
So that must be a good sign. You were happy with what you saw last week?
Yeah, most definitely. I thought the performance last week was excellent for a first game of the season, considering with the limited preparation that we've had. I was very happy with our performance, and tomorrow we're expecting to have an improvement on that, and we're looking forward for Tommy to get some goals tomorrow night.
He looks pretty sharp out there at training. He
certainly does. I think. He's had 2 weeks now of training. He had that first game, and I think last week that's the longest he's played for over a year. So he's only going to be better for that tomorrow. And our fans, I encourage all of them to come out and see one of the best strikers in the country.
Do you think that his conditioning at the moment, he's capable to maybe play 90 minutes?
Yeah, we'll see. It depends on the tempo of the game. If it's a high tempo game like it was last week, he might struggle towards the last 15-20 minutes. But there's a good chance he will play 90 because we have the bye the following week, so we'll have a lot more time to recover.
So how much does that go into your thinking, knowing that you have a decent break after this, that you can afford to maybe push some guys?
Yeah, most definitely. But it gets to a point where we've also still got to make sure that they're fit, even though they've got a week off. But it just means the players can go that little bit harder.
Now I saw Javi Lopez before in a bit of a brace. What's the latest on you?
Yeah, so at training the other day, he just copped a knock in training. So he's just got aggravated his knee slightly. So he'll miss tomorrow, but he should be available for Perth.
And so from here, scans going forward to see what the damage is, if there's any damage?
Yeah, we'll just have a quick scan, but at this stage we just think he's got a small grade 1 or something like that just on his knee, so it's nothing too major. It was just a knock that you get in training every now and then, and that's just the way it happens.
So it looks a bit worse than what it is maybe?
Yeah, that's just very precaution. We want to make sure we take all the load off of it so we don't inflame it anymore. So it's important to try and get rid of all the swelling. But he's very confident, and the doctor is very confident that he'll be available for Perth.
And just the conditioning of a few other boys who went in the squad last week. George, is he close to...
Yeah, George is in the squad for tomorrow. He comes into the extended squad for tomorrow. He just has to bide his time. I thought Michael Jacobson and Jordan Elsey were outstanding last week. So he just has to bide his time, and that's football. I'm a coach that doesn't like to make too many changes, especially if the players are doing the right things.
And Al-Hassan and Cassini and stuff, you've got a lot of strikers waiting in the wings.
Yeah, Al-Hassan is most probably... he'll most probably be available for selection in Perth. He's still not quite 100% fit, so he's still got a lot of work to do. So, I'd say by the Perth game we should have everyone on deck.
And you've been happy with how he's been going in his recovery?
Yeah, most definitely. He's been working extremely hard, and it's been a tough 12 months for Alassane because he had the stress fracture before the ankle, so he hasn't had a lot of football this last year. So I think he'll be glad that 2020's gone. And now he can really push forward now, and he looks quite sharp. All of his testing is improving, and all of his physical data is better than what it was last year. So we're really looking forward to him to getting to 100%.
And Melbourne City, what's the key against them?
Yeah, look, they made the grand final last year, so they're a quality side. They've brought a few additions into their side from last season. So they had a good result last week away to Brisbane. So we're expecting it to be a very good game tomorrow night.
One of those additions was young Taris. What kind of reception do you think he could get here tomorrow?
He'll have to get on the pitch first. He hasn't played yet, so look. Hopefully he gets game time because he's a good young player, and I want all the young players to keep developing, and that's what it's about. That when he went there, I said, I wished him all the best, and hopefully he can get some game time.
And just finally for me, how are you finding the coaching dynamic and working with all the different coaches and Ross, your assistant? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, most definitely. We have a great relationship with Ross and Ayrton and Eugene and all the other staff that we've got. I have a fairly open policy where they all have equal input, and Ayrton and Ross will take a lot of the training sessions, which allows me to provide individual feedback to the players.